What's up, tubers? This is a little impromptu video update from a couple years ago. I did a video on the Aspen shell scale in Park City that's killing all the aspen trees. So I hope my neighbor across the street doesn't mind, but that's where we're pointing to. And right there, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a pine. 5, 6, 7. That's a pine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right there in his front yard. Not one of them is healthy looking. Now, look at this picture. I'm going to do a screen grab from Google Maps Street View. And this will even show you the date on here. If I remember right, it's 2012 or 2014. So it's either 5 or 7 years away. And let's zoom in here on his trees. And I'm only on a 105 zoom on a full frame, so that's why it is what it is. But none of those are healthy, are they? Those right there are dead. That one closest to his front door, so I just walked over there with a pest control company. That's what brought all this impromptu video up on. All right, let me get off subject because I'm standing right underneath this tree here. This is mine. Boom. Let's fade out. Where's the tree? Where's the leaves, right? It's middle of July. All I see is dead branches. Look at that. Dead branches. Oh, lens creep. Stay there. Alright, I'm going to zoom out like that. This tree, and let's see if I can get onto this branch right here. You can see. Maybe not because I'm shooting into the sun. But we'll zoom in on the bark here. It's white. And then you go up, 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 up. And that first branch that comes out here, zoom in and focus. That's supposed to be focused, but that's as good as you can get. And I know it's in the shade, but it's gray, it's brown, it's full of scale. That darkness on there is a coating of oyster shell scale. So now that I've refreshed your memory on the oyster shell scale, we're just going to start calling it scale from here on out. What brought this all about is these door-to-door salesmen from Moxie, M-O-X-I-E. They're a pest control. They're coming by here. He was trying to sell me granulars and an application and a service for my yard. Well, let me show you my yard. It's pretty green. I do a pretty good job of keeping it green, the grass anyways, and this is just Kentucky bluegrass, I believe. It's Park City, Utah, whatever the norm is up here. Moxie. They're coming by trying to sell me this stuff and for my yard and voles, and I'm like, no, I'm good on all that stuff. I said, hey, I do have a problem with oyster shell scale. What do you know about that? He looks at me, just like everybody else that's trying to sell you shit for your yard, they don't have a clue what it is. Looks at me like I got two heads. I'm like, okay, come here. I mean, I've done this with almost every tree guy in Park City. I show him the oyster shell scale. He's just a door-to-door salesman, and he's got another one, and they're going around the neighborhood. They come out here to Park City to canvass the affluent neighborhoods, and they know that people are home because they're retired, trying to make a sale. So companies really like to hit this area. So I go, see my neighbor's trees across the street? I point to them, I go, they look healthy. He goes, no, they look dead. I'm like, oyster shell scale has killed them. And now they're killing mine. I've got, my tree's got a couple more years, and then they will, all the aspens will be gone. And I got over 130 of them. So he's like, what is this stuff? So I walked around, I showed him this stuff, and he's like, wow, no. So he texts and calls his boss, puts me on the speakerphone, and they're like, well, we could spray it with this stuff. We could try this. Then he started quoting me some prices a little bit later on, $115 a quarter. And I'm like, and he's like, well, it does list scale as one of the pests that it treats on the label. I go, but does it say oyster shell scale? Because there's different types of scale. I'm teaching these sales guys about bugs on aspens. He's going back and forth with his boss, and another guy he's texting, their entomologists at Moxie. They didn't have a clue what this shit was. But they've sure enough got a plan that they can sell me either a one-time treatment or a quarterly treatment or a monthly treatment, whatever I want. I said, man, I go, what I want is a testimonial. I want pictures before and after of some aspen trees you've treated, and a customer that's doing a testimonial. I go, you don't have that. When you have that, I'll buy from you. I go, I'll be your testimonial. You come spray my shit for free. They don't want to have anything to do with that because they don't believe in their own products. So here's the deal. And I'll put the link, let's see, up here if I can. If not, it'll be in the description up above. The Colorado Agricultural Extension. They're the only place online that I've found that has a cure or a preventative for it. None of these people are saying, oh, well, if you use this systemic, that buck from Park City Leaf Control, whatever, and the schmuck from Park City Trees is spraying over there on their trees, and their trees are dead. The Colorado Agriculture Extension, they say the only thing you can do is you hit the bugs with horticultural spray. So I'll put a link for horticultural spray. You can buy it at Home Depot. I think I got mine at Amazon maybe. But there's a 10-day window between when the males and females, do their thing and their eggs release, and each little scale bug, which is 1/10 of an inch, releases 100 eggs. So if something's 1/10 of an inch, it releases 100 eggs, you're not going to be able to see the eggs. They're going to be blowing in the wind. That's how I got it from him. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that's how the bugs spread around, is in the wind, from tree to tree. That's the only place that said they got anything that works. And the problem is, there's a 10-day window that they're saying, and they're saying in May or something like that, or April. Okay, at what elevation, at what temperature? I'm at 7,000 feet in Park City. It's cold here all the time even. Where in Jeremy Ranch, down by the highway on 80, they're, 500 feet, 1,000 feet lower. Sum it up, Fester, where are you going with this? Here's the deal. You got to be aware of these pesticide, pest control, tree companies coming out and selling you bullshit to treat oyster shell scale. None of them, not one, has or can prove documentation. It's not tough anymore with phones in your, with cameras on your phones. Show me trees that you fixed. Show me trees that came back. Show me even a tree that did not get worse after it's been affected with oyster shell scale and you've treated it. That would be a plus if it doesn't get worse, because there is a slow, gradual noticing of it getting worse. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run across the street and take a picture of my trees from across the street. And then I'm going to pull up a screen grab of Google Maps showing my trees 5 years ago. And you'll see how much smaller they were. You can see how much they've grown. They grow fast, but they were green. And they're dying now. There's still some green, but not the extent of the green that there was. All right, so that's update number 3, I believe, on the oyster shell scale. please leave comments, man. This is a battle. Mother Nature's killing our trees. We need to help each other. If someone finds a cure or knows of something or knows of someone that has saved their trees, post it below. Let's have a conversation. Hit a thumbs up, hit subscribe, because I'm going to do another update on this too someday soon. All right, too much traffic around here. I'll see you.